what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video. I am in my bedroom today. I'm sitting on my bed. I know most of my videos are like 20-25 minutes long, so I wanted to do something that was quick and so that everybody can watch it if they're in a rush or whenever, just so it's not so long. So today what I decided to do is, I know that Becca just came out with that Aqua powder or whatever it is. Let me look it up just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Also, my dog is in here and I can't get him out of here. So if you hear any panting or weird squeaks or anything, that's why. So Becca came out with a powder it's called the Hydro Mist Set and Refresh Powder, and it's like 50% water. And I've heard a lot of people using it and reviewing it, and I've heard like mixed reviews. I know that Tati, when she reviewed it, she didn't like it under her eyes, but she liked it everywhere else. And when I found out that people were talking about this Aqua powder, I was thinking to myself, you know, I'm pretty sure I tried something like that when I was younger. Like, I used to have something like that, and I remembered what it was, and the other day I came across it in the store, so I picked it up because I don't think I've heard anybody talk about this ever, and it's literally the same thing, and that is the Revlon Color Stay Aqua Powder. And this is it's just called Mineral Makeup, and I think this is supposed to be more of like a mineral foundation, like a powder foundation. But I remember using this as a young child-ish, like 11, and it comes with this little brush on the top, and you just slide it out here, and then but you just like pop the brush up here, and I mean, it's not a bad brush. It's pretty stiff, but it's not bad for like what this is. I remember actually, like, I used to use this brush with it, and it has the same effect. Like, it's almost like a cream when you put it on. And I'm just gonna like review this today, or like retry it, because I did used to use it, but I don't remember how I used it or like what it looked like on my skin. So I think I'm just gonna set my face with this today, try it out, do like a wear test throughout the day. If you guys want to know how this Revlon powder works and seeing if it is a possible dupe for the Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder, then just keep watching.
Tears from falling down.
I need to wet my beauty blender. Alright, so I just went ahead and zoomed in a little bit. Also, I'm so sorry. The train is going by, and I live right by the train tracks, so it might get really, really loud, and I might have to stop the video. So, I'm going to use products combined that I know work really well on my skin, so that I can give this powder a fair shot. And because it does have coverage, I want to set my under eyes with it just to test it out. But, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So, to start off my face today, I am going to go in with my Physicians Formula 24 Karat Gold Serum. And I love putting this under my foundation. And I just wanted to point out, the reason that I'm filming in my room is because I don't have a viewfinder on this camera, like the flip out screen. And I don't have a computer monitor that has an HDMI port. So I have to use my flat screen TV that's hung on my wall. And I hate taking it back and forth between my room and my beauty room. It's just a pain. So I figured, since it is the daytime and I have light coming from all different ways right now, it would be nice to film in my bedroom, mostly because I have these pretty lights behind me. And yeah, for primer today, I'm going to use my No Pore Bloom Primer by Touch in Soul. You know what? I think I'm going ahead and go and test this out with my Fenty Beauty foundation, and I am in the shade 120. I'm pretty sure by now you guys know how I feel about this foundation. Or for those of you who don't, I do like this, but I find that I don't know, to get like the coverage that I really want, I have to use quite a bit of product. And I mean, this isn't the most expensive foundation ever. I think it's at a pretty good price point for a high-end foundation, but I don't know, you go through it quicker. And I don't know, I guess I really just had to work with this. Like, I had to find a good primer to go with this that really didn't make me look dried out, kind of, because it is a drier matte foundation. I mean, it does set itself, and I thought what was weird is that I am not dry at all. I'm actually more like combination oily skin, but it just made me look really weird, and it also dries really, really quickly, so you do have to work fast. Like, I'm kind of risking it right now, putting it on my forehead and my cheek. There's only 4 shades, which isn't a whole lot, so I feel like that's a big reason why people don't use this or don't talk about it a lot. But because it is, so all it says is that on the back it does have a little description. It says instant hydration with a flawless luminous finish, all day wear. It is supposed to have a luminous finish. Are you kidding me? I'm going to go ahead and put on my concealer, and of course I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. And I just did want to say too, I'm not going to go too in depth with this look or anything. I'm just going to do my eyes off of camera and the rest of my face off of camera. I will list everything that I used below as usual, but since this is just a review, I'm not going to focus too much on my look, more just like the wearing of the powder. So yeah, just letting you know. Alright, so concealer's all blended out. Now it's time to go into the powder. Okay, so this does have like the, it's like a sifter type of thing, you know, just like the little holes like a shaker. I don't even know how I should go in with this, if I should go in with a beauty blender or a brush, just because, I mean, it's like a liquid powder. You know what, I'm just gonna figure it out, and you know what, I'll go in with my beauty blender on one side, and I'll go in with a brush on the other. So this side I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to dip that into the powder. Got a little bit on there, and just dab that on my under eye. See, I feel like the only problem is that it's going to oxidize, and I think it's going to turn really orange. It does feel really cooling and wet though. Now I am going to set my whole face with this. I just didn't, and I'm only setting the under eyes with it because I just want to see how it does like that. I normally wouldn't do that just because it does have a lot more coverage and we already put all that concealer on. Okay, honestly, I was kind of scared it was going to be orange, but it looks pretty nice. I'm just going to add a little bit more. And I'm just kind of swiping it on and then like dabbing it out. I feel like you can kind of tell that it's there, like it does look kind of orange. I don't know if you guys can tell. Sorry I keep looking over here. That's where my TV's at. Just another thing too, the few shades that they do have, I noticed that they're all darker. Like there's no powder that's super, super fair. And I wish there was, because if this does do a good job of setting my under eye, like, I wish they would come out with lighter shades. I know that they've had this for a very long time because I had to have been like 12 or 13 when I was using this, and I'll be 20 this year. So, I don't know. I've never heard anybody talk about it though. So, now I'm just going to take the brush that comes with it and dip that in there. Okay, so there it is on the brush. Okay, it says luminous finish, but there are little glitters in here. And they're not chunky by any means, and you can't see them by just looking at me from like this far away. But when I look up close, like I can definitely see the little glitters. And usually that really bugs me, but it's pretty. Like the finish isn't bad. I feel like it'll look really good in the sunlight. Yeah, from a distance it gives a really nice luminous finish, but it's definitely dries like a powder. Like it's not tacky at all or anything. One thing I want to point out too is that it does go on, like initially when you put it on it looks light, but as you blend it out it definitely gets darker. Okay, so now that that is all set, I think I'm just going to keep using the brush with this. I don't really know what else to use this with. I mean, put it in my smile line and like around my nose area. Do you see how orange that is? Holy crap. We're going to try and fix that. I mean, I guess it isn't bad. Alright, I'm actually going to go in with like a big fluffy powder brush. Or you know what? I'm just going to take my Luxie 660 brush, which is my favorite brush to set my face with. And I'm just going to dip that in there and just kind of dust this all over my face. I just get so intrigued with products like this. Like, it's so cool that like a powder can be wet, you know? Okay, so I think this is kind of orange. Okay, so one thing I do want to say though is that there is coverage to this. I think that's why it looks so dramatic and orange on me, is because like I think it's supposed to be like a foundation, not so much a setting powder. But since like I said, it is like the Becca one, I wanted to try it as a setting powder. I don't know, maybe I don't look as bad as I think I do. In person, I look fine. I don't really think it looks orange, but I feel like in the viewfinder, like in the camera, I look a little bit orange. The face is set, so I'm just going to finish the rest of my face off the camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so it's been quite a while since I finished the rest of my face. I actually, as soon as I was done, me and my boyfriend's little brother actually went to eat. So I've had this on for about an hour now, and it looks pretty much the same as it did when I just put it on. And I'll zoom in a little bit so you can like see up close what it looks like. Okay, so this is what everything looks like up close. I don't know how well you can see my skin, but it looks pretty but it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a few hours. We're gonna go for a walk the dog, and yeah, so I will be back in a little while. So I've been wearing my makeup now for like 3.5 hours. I put the powder on around like 5 o'clock-ish, and my first check-in with you guys was like at like 6:30 because I went out to eat a little bit. So it is 8:20 p.m. right now, and everything looks really good. It's the same. My smile lines aren't even bad, which usually they really are. So yeah, I think it looks pretty nice actually. I think the oxidization kind of went away and like really melted into my skin throughout the day. And I don't look orange or anything, I don't think. So far so good, but I will check in with you guys in a few hours. I usually tend to get pretty oily later at night. So I'm going to leave this on and film another video, and then we will see how it goes. Alright guys, so I'm back for my third and final check-in. It is now 10:28 p.m. and my face still looks pretty good. Obviously I know I look crazy. I took my lashes off because I'm about to take the rest of my face off. I have had it on for quite a while now. I do really like how my skin looks, and I really like the finish, and I think that the powder did a really good job at like setting my smile lines, so I might be using it for that in the future. I don't think that it oxidized anymore like when I originally thought it did. It looks pretty good. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting is really weird. I'm in my bathroom now because everyone's out in the living room making noise, so like I can't go back in my bedroom and film. So yeah, filmed another video. I ate, I was outside, had a little bit of wear and tear today. I can't sit down and do like a formal outro, so I'm just going to do it right here. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. Oh, I guess I should say my final thoughts. So I just want to say that my final thoughts on this Revlon powder is it's really good. I think that even in the summertime it would be good for like a maybe just like an all over foundation, or you know, just to like add some coverage to your face if you want. But yeah, I really liked it, and it is definitely Elena approved. So I would suggest anybody buy it. I mean, it's a good buy, and it feels really cool on the skin, and it's just like a cool thing to have. But yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. Please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.